smooth. So 3 words I would describe this unit: fast, fun, and terrifying. Hey guys, it's Bao with JohnyTechReview. Hope you guys are doing well. So I have been using this scooter here. This is the GoKeep F5. I wish I do have a little bit more time with it. It's been pretty busy and it's been hot. But I have some good information for you about this scooter as I've been using it for a while. So first of all, I'd just like to thank you to the guy at Elite Ride who reached out and asked me if I want to review this unit. I did not accept any payment other than just having using it for review, and they see the review the same time that you do. So my experience with the scooters are usually pretty simple. I have a few rideshare type of scooter like the Lyft, and then of course at home I have this one here which I reviewed previously. This is the GoTrack. This is a 15 mile per hour scooter, so this is a pretty relaxing scooter like the rideshare scooter, while this guy is super serious. So let's talk about some of the features. Alright, so first, as you can see here, the tires are super big, and they have suspension here and also in the back. So due suspension, they are actually not too soft, they're pretty hard and pretty firm. The unit is really tall, the handle is really big. Show you an idea here. So that is the big one, this is the smaller one. And the other part that's really different is how low this is to the ground compared to the clearing of that. So that's helpful for you to jump curve and riding on the hills and stuff like that. However, it does feel pretty high up. Really nice platform. You have brake light in the back, and then you have the signal light left and right, and you can also use them together. And up front you have 2 lights. You have dual disc brake here and down. And you have this little mud flap that you have to install afterward, but everything else pretty much is assembled. Speaking of assemble, it's a pretty simple unit to put together. You get a big scooter in the box, you just take it out, and then you just have to unfold the handle, lock it up, and then install the mud flap, and that's about it. Everything else is pretty much assembled. It comes with a big charger that you can use to charge the battery pack, which is in the unit, and you just have to plug it in. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Up here you have the horn, really loud. There's the turn signal, and there's the light. There's your brake, and here is the throttle, and here's the power button. The screen is right here. Let me turn it on. So it comes with this NFC key for the key, and you have this one to unlock the faster and the slower speed, or unlock it or lock it. You have to press and hold this power button. It will tell you that you have to put NFC. Put it right here, and there it is. You can see. It's flickering here on the camera because the high refresh rate of the camera, but in real life it's not. And here it say ready, that means it's unlocked. And you can press here to change to gear 2 and gear 3. We'll talk about that in a minute. In the non-ready mode, which is the regular lock mode, you only get 1 gear. And you can press this button that doesn't do anything. If you put the NFC in this corner here, you can see now it's ready. And then you can press it again here to go to gear 2 and gear 3. Let's talk about those. So in the lock mode, you are going to be able to go up to about 18 miles per hour. I think it maxed out around 15, but I was going downhill, so I clocked about 18. But in that mode, the throttle is very subtle and it's not very fast. And that is a really good mode for everyone to be in. When you unlock it, it goes into the ready mode. First one is 15 miles, the second one is about 20 miles, and the third one is about 30 miles. I think that was the rough speed that I got with it. I think I actually clock about 35 miles per hour. It's super scary on this unit. Alright, so this is on first gear. Let's see. Easily 18 miles, 17, 18 miles per hour. Second gear is kind of crazy. I'm going to go to second gear now. Here we go. Second gear, crazy torque. We're going downhill, so I'm going to slow down a little bit here. And when you are braking, you also see the brake line. There's a little indicator there, and the ready, they'll say you are unlocked. So I'm going to go down here a little bit here with second gear. Man, that kick is crazy, the acceleration. 25 miles per hour, and I had to let go because I'm scared. Wobbly a little bit. See, 28 miles an hour again. And that's only on second gear. Third gear, let's go. And turn your light off. 29, 30 miles per hour easily. I know there's more headroom, but this road is kind of wobbly. And I don't want to die in this thing. I do wish that this throttle here has a much better throttle response. It kind of just come on. You do have a little bit of feather and a little bit of engage at the beginning, but it feel like this and then kind of drags it out. The other thing that I wish they have is maybe an app that you can make changes to these. So when you get into mode 2, the throttle response is even sharper. You get more torque, and if you want to take off right up the line, that is the mode you want to be in. And mode 3 is basically around the same torque, but you get a bit more top end, so that's where you can get the fastest speed. Speaking of speed, riding this unit generally is very stable and feel really good. However, up front, if you wobble a little bit, it does feel a bit wobbly. So be careful with turning the steering wheel here. I think that's just generally in anything that goes super fast. So I'll show you the difference. Look at my other scooter here. You can see how much it turns, so I can turn in the house and do that. But of course, at high speed, that's dangerous. Look at this unit. This is all you can get. That's it. And there's a reason for that, because if you turn more than that, you might lose control of how fast you're going with this unit. I even buy a new helmet. This is the new helmet for it right here that I'm using. And yeah, it's really fast. And I think the other part that make it a little bit more scary, you're not used to it, is that it's being a little bit high off the ground. So the center of the gravity is a little bit higher. I have hit those sewage cover and it seemed to be fine. No losing the control. I don't feel like I'm out of control. But when I'm doing about 30 miles per hour, it is pretty scary. And here is the horn. Left turn signal. And then right turn signal. And actually you can do both them together. And the light is really bright. Two light up front. I would say from an improvement perspective, would love this unit to have an app that I can adjust that curve. I mean, it's a really big powerful unit, 1000 watt, a lot of power, and battery life is really good on it too. Yeah, you can fold that down, but there's not much more portable. It's a really big unit. It weighed roughly about, I think it was like 40 pounds. I'll put the information on the screen, but it's pretty heavy. I mean, picking it up by myself is kind of awkward, but to move it around, usually I grab here to pick it up. So speaking of battery, this is a 20 amp, 52 volt. It's rated for about 70 kilometer or about 45-50 miles. You would definitely get about 30 if you just max it out. When I first got it, I charged it up once fully, and I have been using it for the past month or so without recharging it. So it has a lot of battery. In terms of charging, about 8 hours flat out if you are emptying the battery, but for me it was about 50%, and it took me about 4 hours to charge it. So it was good, really fast, really fun, but just you know, compared to the you know, easier scooter, this is a little bit scary. So this scooter really is for the adult and those who are through sicker. Make sure you wear a helmet again, and I would say this is an easy entry-level scooter. I would not buy this at all. If you are a kid or a teenager who is just into your first scooter, get something more fun. This is more crazy, fast, and a lot of power for you to be able to go really long range also because of the range on it. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little review of this F5 scooter. Again, thank you to Lead Ride for sending me this unit out for review. You guys have any question, leave in the comment box down below. Give this video a thumb up as it will help me, and subscribe for more future content. Thank you.